Hi everybody, it's Lori with Main Street Gardener and welcome to the channel. Today I'm working on cleaning out, as you just saw, these two window box planters. So these originally were to go on like a window or a patio ledge, but when I bought them, I thought they would fit at the front of the house and they didn't. So instead of trying to get rid of them or put them on sale or put them somewhere else, I decided they would be perfect right here as we come down our stairs, as we enter our patio down to our house entrance. So they have been here for 4 years and I love to fill them with a variety of plants. I have done everything from perennials, annuals, a mix. I love to decorate them for the holidays. They're just a great size. They're not too big and they hold actually a lot of plants. So I thought I'd bring you along and show you what I'm going to put in them for this summer. Okay, so let me first show you all the plants that I have in here to plant. We're going to start with our kind of, I guess, thriller, or our tallest item is actually going to be this mini me. It's called a Spring King Mini Salvia. It's by Monrovia and it's got this beautiful kind of purple hue. And what's great about salvias is they can be just whacked. They'll continue to grow. And at the end of the season, I can pop it out into the garden, but it's a mini one. So I thought that would be perfect for a container. Now, second, I am going to use this lavender, and I wanted to use this lavender. It's kind of like a Spanish lavender. You can kind of see the bloom. It's a little bright today because I just thought it would smell great. You can cut on it and it's just going to be beautiful. This one is by Better Homes and Gardens and I think you can find it at Walmart. So we're going to pop that in. I also just love the texture. Then of course I'm going to use some beautiful silver Dusty Miller. Dusty Miller gets really large in a container and is just going to fill in. You can also cut on it and put it in your flower arrangements, which is great. This is the Mini Me Illusions Emerald Lace. Yeah, actually this is supposed to be the Mini Me, so I think this one is different. I have two different tags. So this one says it is the Emerald Lace, and that's the tag for that one. I also have the Mini Me one, so we're going to mix the chartreuses up. Then for a pop of color, you see that gorgeous pink? This is the Sassy Double Deep Rose. I can't ever say that word, Agerathum. Um, so you can see that in the tag there. That's just going to give us a pop of pink, which is going to match my other containers, which is great. Now, I also have a ton of Snapdragon starts. You can see there's actually 3 in here. I've already cut them back once, so I am just going to pop these throughout the container. These are shades of pink and apricot, and I don't think I have any harsh colors, so I think these are going to be great. I'm just going to pop them in. They will grow up tall and be really beautiful. Some of these bloom later in the season. They're all mixed up, but I think that will be fun, and I'm just going to add those as some more detail. And the last thing I have is I do have some yellow Crispinia. So Crispinia has this yellow little bloom on it. You get that? And I have this large container that I got, and it's actually got 3 plants in it. So we're just going to separate these out. May even have 4 plants in it. Looks like 3. I'm going to separate those out and again just pop those throughout the arrangement to kind of weave them in. All right, so I already prepped my soil. So in this container, I added some biotone about a quarter of the way down, just to be sure that it gives some root development. So as the plants start to grow, they will hit that biotone and it's just going to give them a pop. So now it's up to us to kind of design this container. So let me show you how I am going to pull this all together and make these plants just look beautiful as one cohesive container. All right, so I think first what I like to do, sometimes I like to put my largest things in the center. I think in this case, I want to go ahead and put the salvia in the center of the container. Now, I try to make these two containers look pretty much the same. They're not going to be necessarily identical. They're kind of more like sisters than twins. We're just going to pack all that beautiful soil all around them. All right, and then I think for our next larger component, the lavender, I'm going to put it actually maybe on the corner. I'm going to kind of make it lean out. So this has got a huge root ball, and I'm actually going to pop some of that off. Just kind of tease that up. And I'm going to stick it over here closer to kind of where our seating area is. And you do want to make sure you have soil on the side of your container. I'm going to dig down. Just pack that fresh soil all around that. And that one's going to just grow and add some beautiful interest on this side. Now next I'm going to go in with my pink. So I've kind of got three thrillers in this container. I like to add height because this is such a low. Oh my goodness. Look at these roots. That is wild. So definitely going to just tease those out so that they start growing down. And these all need a lot of water. So we're gonna soak it once we're done. So I'm gonna put this also over here in the corner. So I'm gonna have 3 items in this container that are gonna kind of get tall and just provide us some beautiful color and beautiful texture. All right, now I'm gonna let's pop in the Dusty Miller. Now it's also gonna get big. You can see these roots. And I think for that, I'm gonna put one back here in the back. Kind of as our backdrop. And I don't like it to be like matchy. I don't want it to look intentional. I like my containers to look natural, like the plants just were kind of thrown together. So I'm actually going to stick this one in the front. I feel like it looks more natural than curated. And I don't want it to look like I picked it up at the store. I want to kind of make it look like, again, the plants just kind of flung in here. So I want it to just be really the colors all mixed together and woven in. So now we will add this chartreuse color. This one is going to drape, and I may have to cut on this one quite a bit. I have no idea if this is one of those long ones, and I'm not going to look it up. We'll just trim it if we need to, but that color is going to be beautiful, and I don't mind it draping around. And so for this, I'm going to stick it kind of right here in this pocket. I like to really make sure all my plants are tucked in tight. And if I need extra soil, I am just going to grab it. That way I know when I'm finished, everybody is tucked in and happy. Okay, so that's all of our main components, and it looks beautiful now, but we're going to go ahead and pop in some of these snapdragons. So I love to grow snapdragons in the early winter, and look at these gorgeous roots. It really did great. But what I'm going to do is, you can easily, snapdragons don't care. I'm going to separate them out. I did already pinch these back. So if you grow snapdragons, you do want to be sure that you top them, because you're going to get all this branching. So I was able to get all of these are little branches that are going to continue to grow and give us just tons and tons of blooms. So I'm just going to start popping these in kind of just around. These have some pretty long roots, which is great. They are going to love the sunshine, and they are going to love having so much water. So I'm just tucking them in. think that's what's fun with containers is if you can get something like seedlings or some small plugs, you can just pop them around as you go. Now I actually have some seedlings that are a different color snapdragon. You can see these have a burgundy tone, so I'm going to use those also. I think that will be really fun to see the colors of those. And then I don't want to forget, I had that container of crispini. Yeah, look at the little plug. That's all it was from the grower. Get it in some better light. It's just a plug that they had growing in this big container. So we are just going to, I am going to actually make sure that that plastic that it's kind of like a mesh, I'm going to take that off. And there is our beautiful plant with all the roots. And we're just going to stick that in our container. It'll be really fun to see how those pops of yellow do. I think that'll be fun. And it's something that, again, we can cut on in for our arrangements. So here's another one. This one, the roots are growing out, so I think I'll leave it. And then I'm just going to pop in some more snaps. This one has 2 in it, but beautiful roots. It is a beautiful day, but it is extremely sunny. The sun decided to come out and really warm up today. But I am not going to complain because it has been so cold. So here's another snap. And this one, I had pinched it back. And so now I've just got all this branching. This one is going to be really, really beautiful. And I'm going to try to squeeze it in. Looks like I'm going to need a little bit more soil right here. There's a little gap. You want to start this season with your soil filled all the way to the top because I promise it is going to sink through the season. And you need all that soil to support the roots and the growth of your plants. They need that nutrients and you need a base. And I already checked that side. This side looks great. All right, so these plants look a little droopy right now, but once they have a chance to recuperate, they are going to be just beautiful. Okay, let me get some water for these guys, and then I am going to give them a trim, but we're going to go ahead and get them some water first. And I think that's gonna help them all out. Soil level looks good. Everything looks great. You can see though, it needs to perk up a little. We are going to take the scissors and give it a haircut, but right now I want to get cleaned up and start the other pot. So let's go ahead, and I've got some more snapdragons. I'm just going to clean up and then we'll get started. So I'm going to show you now. There is the second container, looking a little droopy, but got it all planted basically the same way. I still have some mess to clean up. And here is the first one. Now what I'm going to do is get my scissors, give everything a nice trim. So you want to just take off all the blooms. I know it's hard, but it's going to help the plant to really root in and grow bigger and better and stronger. So I think these plants are going to be beautiful together. Again, my biggest tip for you, if you have a box like this, is think about having maybe multiple thrillers, think about having a spiller, and then just filling in and putting things in the back, in the front, really is going to give it some gorgeous structure and just make it look really natural and beautiful. So I hope you think about that when you're creating your summer containers. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.